happen in this game, but let's start with Mike Morgan on the hill, who had a best of times, worst of times kind of evening. Mark Gray, some of the best of times, flashing some leather, getting Frank Bollock on the grounder. Then the worst of times in the third, the rookie Lou Frazier up, and Jose Vizcaino throws it to the form on St. Catharines. Mike Lansing scores 1-0 Spos. Here's Dennis Martinez looking to get him back-to-back wins. He gets Sammy Sosa, bust him inside with a good pitch there. Then Moises Alou, can he snap out of his slump? Jose Bautista leaves one up there, and Moises takes one out. A three-run homer that clinched it, dancing in the streets. Is that French dancing? I don't think so. Montreal 7, Cubs 1. Alou was in a 5-for-50 slump before the homer. Martinez, who had ribcage pain in the warm-ups, gets his second win in a row. That's the first time that's happened this season. Derek May homered, but the Cubs have dropped
one, but it was decided in the 12th. The score, 2-2. Bobby Kelly with 2 on. Mike Lansing, so reliable at third. The laser picks it up, but he short hops the throw. Give Lansing the error, give the Reds a 3-2 lead. Bottom of the 12th, Delino DeShields is on second, 2 are out. Tim McIntosh to center, will the game be tied? No, Bobby Kelly, the nice running catch to save the game and the win. The Reds 3, the Expos 2. The Expos president, Claude Brochu, says the Canadian success has cost his team 150,000 fans in recent weeks. Tonight's attendance just over 11,000, meaning there were 35,000 empty seats. Phillies practically out of sight in first. The Spos showing some good love early. Mike the Laser Lansing, costly error Wednesday, not this time. Ozzie Smith is nailed. Third inning, the Oz decides not to swing but to bunt. Brian Barnes off the hill, picks it up and nails the Oz. 1 for 3, rough night for the Wizards. Spos were not flawless in the field though. Marquise Grissom turns the single into an adventure. Decides not to chase after it. Geronimo Pena, Donovan Osborne both score. It's a 2-base error, and the Cards go on to win 7-4. When the Cardinals score 3 or more, they do win. They're 24-4, and they put a 3-spot up. The problem is they don't do it very often.
Mulholland was strong again. 8-1 lifetime against the Expos. And continuing, Mulholland took care of his business as he gets Marquise Grissom there, and then, of course, he got offensive support. Very first inning, Pete Incaviglia. The line drive to left, Lenny Dykstra scores easily. Mariano Duncan close behind. The Phillies were up 2-0. Their lead in the ninth was 6-3, and they load the bases off of the struggling Mel Rojas, facing Jim Eisenreich. And Eisenreich, Milt Thompson, and Incaviglia, the free agent outfield pickups, part of the Phillies' success. That Eisenreich's second grand slam in his career. And the Phils have won 6 straight. They're 45-17, winning this one by 7. Mulholland now 9-1 against the Spos, who have lost 7 of their last 9. We showed you Inky's 2 RBI single. Start 9-0. No Philly had done that since Grover Cleveland Alexander. And Mike Lansing takes one for the team. Green didn't have his control early. Then he lays a fat one over the plate, and Larry Walker sends it up the middle, scoring Grissom and Lansing. And the Spos put up 3 in the first. The lead cut to 3-2 in the third. Kim Batiste still filling in for Dave Hollins, who had successful surgery on his wrist. He's out 4 to 6 weeks. But Batiste keeps hitting. Eisenreich scores, game tied at 3. Bottom 5, Expos up 1. And holy Moises Alou doubles to left. Larry Walker scores. Alou had a couple of RBI. And there goes the season without a loss. 5-4 Spos in the 6th. Sean Berry, a terrific play at third. Berry and Lansing, outstanding defense. Montreal wins by 4. Wes Chamberlain left this game with a pulled hamstring. For the second straight night, just 13,000 show up in Montreal. Down 2, bases loaded, and the Crucker struck out by Jeff Pissarro. He's a little bit displeased. Top 9, 2 outs. Down a run. Lenny Dykstra off of Mel Rojas keeps the game going, bending one inside the right field pole. Game tied at 3. Bottom 10, bases loaded. 3-2 count to Mike Lansing. Fly ball to center field. Dykstra the catch. Will Lou Frazier scores? Yes, in comes Frazier. In comes Frazier. Sorry. Philly loses by the score of 4-3 in 10. Sean Berry had a homer and sac fly. Spos take 2 of 3.
Ken Hill had never given up a hit to Terry Pendleton until Pendleton goes deep to right. Larry Walker is there, but the ball bounces off the top of the fence within inches of clearing. Blauser will come across. Bottom of the 5th, the Braves are up 3-1. Walker now at the plate. He pulls it through the hole, singling to right. Tim Laker is in. Here comes Mike Lansing, who beats the throw from Justice. It's 3-all. Top of the 8th, and Ron Gantz at the plate. Mel Rojas makes a mistake, and it costs him big time. Ron Gant's home run, the difference in this one. The Braves 4, Expos 3. The Braves have now been involved in 30 one-run games. Their record is 15-15. The Expos have struggled against Southpaws, losing 8 consecutive games and when opposed by a starting lefty.
Woes. He takes him on for the second time this year. Top of the first, David Justice with the base hit. Larry Walker, a very costly error, boots it out here. The ball rolls back to the wall. Sanders, yes, that's Dion, and Pendleton score. The Expos have allowed 47 unearned runs, most in the majors. Meanwhile, Glavin cruising. Strikes out Walker right there. Nice day for Walker. Top of the fifth, Braves up 3-1, and Gant, the base hit. Dion scores again. He had 2 hits and a walk. Braves up 4-1. Bottom of the ninth. It's a 5-1 lead, and Glavin, the game-ending double play. 3rd complete game of the season for Glavin. He's reversed that trend, beating the Expos twice this year, allowing 1 run in 18 innings. Bobby Cox says Glavin is pitching picture perfect right now.
In his first major league start, his first major league at bat, and he swings. This at Shea. Check that. A break. It ends up with a double to left. He's batting 1,000. Dallas Green wanted the Mets to play heads up. Here's a great play by Charlie O'Brien. Rather than catching it, he lets it drop. Fires to second for 1. Easy double play. That's a nice play by O'Brien. The rain came for an hour and 10 minutes. And hey, Bobby Bonilla already with 2 RBIs. 2 more in the 5th. This rocket to left is 18th of the season. 3rd game this year with 4 or more RBIs. Mets win it. Dwight Gooden has been scratched from his Tuesday start because of stiffness in his right shoulder. That means Anthony Young will have his chance to make history or break his 22-game losing streak 1 day sooner.
The pitcher's starting. If he loses, it ties the major league record for consecutive losses. His teammates didn't help him a bit. That's Eddie Murray. Frank Bollock hit it, and Murray bollocksed it up. And then Doug Saunders with one of his 2 errors. 3 errors, 3 unearned runs in the game. And then Montreal, terrific defense. What a catch by Moise Alou, robbing Chico Walker with the Expos up 6-1, thwarting a Mets comeback. Yes, 23 skidoo. Very good sign. This is the exclamation point. A poor call by Charlie Williams. Called strike 3 on Bobby Bonilla late in the game. Dallas Green was mad. Bobby Bonilla was mad. Bobby didn't get tossed. Dallas got in the way before that happened. Then gave Charlie a piece of his mind. And by the time Bobby was at the bench, Dallas was tossed from the game. And then, in one of the more interesting moves, Dallas throws the stool at him, coming dangerously close to Charlie. That'll be a fine, I'm sure. And that's right, Anthony, if you had any luck, it'd all be bad. It's been bad luck for Young, who has been victimized by unearned runs, has seen his team outscored 124-63 during this 23 consecutive loss streak, tying the major league record. 82 years it has stood with Cliff Curtis, who lost 23 in a row in 1910 and 1911.
Hit as Vince Coleman got, sending it Will Cordero's way, and Cordero sends it to I don't know who. That's an E6, a run scored on the plate. Coleman 0 for 4 at the plate, but he was perfect on the base paths. Yes, Dennis Martinez on the mound. Coleman stealing second on him and on Darren Fletcher. That's the first steal for Vince. On the next pitch, Coleman will steal third. Fletcher doesn't even bother on that one. Bottom of the 5th, Coleman walks into the 2nd, and then the weak throw by Fletcher, which, by the way, Fletcher ranks worst in the NL in throwing out runners. Bottom of the 7th, Coleman, the steal. Fletcher's throw nowhere. That's number 4. But the Expos did take control in this game. Just give him a chance. Larry Walker with a 2-run home run off Frank Tanana. Montreal went on to win this game 4-3, and needless to say, Vince Coleman was stranded at third 3 times in this game. Dennis Martinez winning his 6th straight decision. But by the way, the Expos picked up righty Tim Scott from San Diego in exchange for once a major leaguer, at the moment a minor leaguer, Archie Cianfranco. But they had the bases loaded. Bottom of the 2nd, 4. Charlie Huff, who hasn't had an RBI in 13 years. What is it? Huff, RBI, same sentence. We're tied at 1. Still 1-all. Gary Sheffield. The double. Brett Barbary moves to 3rd. He would lay to score. Sheff 1 for 4 on the day. Expos down by 1 in the 6th. Bases loaded. Frank Bullock, the swinging bunt. Hey, it works. Whatever works. He's safe, and Moises Alou scores. Part of a 3-run 6. Expos up by 2. Bottom 9th, John Wetland takes care of things, getting Dave Magadan, Chuck Carr, and Brent Barbary on 11 pitches. Of the 11 pitches, 9 were strikes. Number 16 for Wetland in the save category, that is. Ken Bottenfield went 5 to get his first win since April. Charlie Huff hasn't beaten the Expos now in 13 seasons. Expos 3rd baseman Sean Berry hit his 5th home run. This guy's now hitting .434 in his last 10 games.
5th inning. How does Gary Sheffield look in teal? He looks perfect. Back. over the teal tower. It's gone, and our Marlins lead at 6-0. Now, you want to see some defense in this game? First, in center field, Marquis Grissom. Nice catch for the Expos. But Chuck, baby, you can drive my car, patrols center. Look at the grab he makes on Tim McIntosh. And then Sean Berry's drive off Chris Hammond Cheese. But Carr racing the other way. Jeff Conine, the Barbarian, had a 3-run homer for Florida. They clubbed Montreal 9-2. And now the Florida Marlins. Is it so? Yes, it is so. They're 12.5 games ahead of the New York Mets.
Pirates were in Montreal. Bob Walk on the mound, facing Delino DeShields, and Mr. DeShields almost takes Walk's head off, but Walk makes the nice catch. We pick it up 5-4. Spos, top of the ninth, 2-on, 2-out. Orlando Merced comes through in a big way. The base hit. Larry Walker's throw, a good one, but not in time. Smith scores. We're tied at 5, on to extra innings. Top of the 10th, Pirates up by 1. Bases loaded for Tom Foley. Off John Wetland, Foley comes through. Don Slaught comes around and scores. Pirates get 4 in the 10th. They win it 9-5. John Wetland missing a save opportunity for the first time since May 13th. Tim Wakefield winning in relief.
Pirates in Montreal looking for 4 in a row. Bottom of the 6th, 4-2 Expos. Mike Lansing stared for 13 seconds at his third base coach. You think something's up? Blast Minor delivers. Lansing delivers the suicide squeeze. Fletcher scores. In the 7th, Moiselou gone. Expos go up 7-2. The 2-run shot off Minor. Next batter, Marquis Grissom, gone. Expos up 8-2 on the back-to-back. New pitcher, Dave Otto. Next batter, gone. Larry Walker, back-to-back-to-back. 9-2 Expos. Expos did it in the field as well. Jay Bell off Chris Nabholz. Thought he had a gapper. Marquis Grissom says, nope. Not the only catch the Mets have made this year, right in front of the Mets logo there. 9-2, the final. Nabholz 4-5. Wagner drops to 3-4. Larry Walker busting out of a slump, going 3-for-4, scoring 3 runs. The first time the Pirates surrendered 3 homers in 1 inning in 23 years.
2, and the Spos are up 1-0. Don Slaught goes to right. Orlando Merced scores. Larry Walker goes to first. Is he in time? Oh, tie goes to the runner. Safe. Bottom 3, nobody out. We've seen the arm. Now the bat. Walker. It's a 2-run shot, and the Spos are up 2. It's 3-1. Next batter is Frank Bolick. That also leaves the yard. That's Bolick's 4th, and the Expos roll to an easy one. 9-1 the final. Walker going 7 for 11 over the past 2 games. He homered twice, doubled 3 times, knocked in 4 runs. In his first start of the season, Gardner gets the W.
Dodgers broadcaster Don Drysdale passed away at his hotel in Montreal.
More on that in a moment. Top of the 7th, runners on first and second. The ball game is scoreless. Lenny Harris off the end of the bat to left field. Moises up with it quickly. They try to score Piazza. This was a mistake. Mike can hit. He can really hit. As a runner, he can really hit. In the 11th, we're scoreless. Corey Snyder on second. The ball is off the glove, on third rather, off the glove of Tim Laker for a pass ball, and that's the whole ball game. 1-0, the Dodgers win. Tommy Lasorda's team wins the series in Montreal for the first time since '89. More about Drysdale. That moment of silence in Montreal was heartfelt. Don made his full-season minor league debut with the Montreal Royals in 1955 and made his broadcasting debut with the Expos 15 years later. Later on in the Big Show, more on the passing of Don Drysdale. The Padres and the Spos, bottom of the 8th. The Expos have come back from a 4-1 deficit. They're up down 4-3 with 2 out. Delino DeShields off Gene Harris. Here comes Greg Colburn. We are tied. Harris then walks Mike Lansing to load the bases, and Marquis Grissom says, let's find the pitcher's glove. They don't get him at first. Jim Riggleman, the Padre manager, is peeved, and well, he should be, because the Expos are up 5-4, 2 out, 1 on in the 9th. Dennis Martinez in relief. Frees it Ricky Gutierrez, and Martinez gets his first major league save since October 10th of 1980. After the game, the Spos sent catcher Tim Laker to the minors, opening up a roster spot. But that apparently does not mean that Martinez is about to be traded for 2 guys, nor is slugger Cliff Floyd about to be called up. Mark Davis made his return to the Padres in this game, gave up a home run. His salary now being shared by KC, Atlanta, Philly, and San Diego. He is revenue sharing.
The Expos in Los Angeles, and it just wasn't Will Cordero's night. Eric Davis tests Will Cordero, but Will can't get it out of his glove. Dodgers were up 2-0, bottom of the 3rd. First batter of the inning was Brett Butler. And Butler sends one Will's way. Cordero gets this one, but then throws it away. That miscue allows Butler to go to second. 2 outs later with Butler on third. Eric Karros this time sends one Cordero's way. He gets this one, but again, the throw is nowhere near first, and Butler scores 3-0 Dodgers. They hang on to win at 3-2. Will Cordero's 3 errors gives them 20 to tie him with Jose Offerman for the major league lead. For Dennis Martinez, it was his first loss in 9 decisions, and this was the first time in 10 seasons the Expos lost the first game after the All-Star break. Got to DL with fractured ribs. Bottom 7, 1-0 Expos. Jeff Shaw, all sorts of trouble against Mitch Webster. He only had 1 home run coming in. That's his second. We're tied at 1. The next batter, Carlos Hernandez. Like Webster, just 1 home run coming into this game. That one, make it 2. Back-to-back blasts off Jeff Shaw, and the Dodgers win it 2-1. The 1 Expo run, Moises Alou's 14th home run. For Tom Gandiotti, first win since Memorial Day. The Dodgers take 3 of 4 from the Spos. They also called up hot prospect Raul Mondesi to replace the injured.
Lack of confidence in the Bay Area. Darren Lewis shows why he's one of the best and why the Giants are one of the better defensive teams in baseball as he takes a base hit away from Delino DeShields. Also 3 hits in the game for Lewis. Barry Bonds had a couple. This one scores Lewis to give the Giants a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 5th, 4-0. Dennis Martinez a little close to Will Clark, but the next pitch goes out the other way. His 9th home run of the year, about 375 feet. Martinez on the trading block reportedly has said the Giants are the team he'd like to go to, and now we see why. Bill Swift working into the 7th, allowing 7 hits and 3 runs. He wins his 13th.
It's scoreless in the 1st, and Brian Hickerson looking for win number 4 in a row, and Marquise Grissom looking for a home run. Grissom finds it with his 12th. Bottom of the 1st, Kirk Reeder helping his own cause. Will Clark back to him, and Reeder snares it. Bottom of the 5th, Expos up 1. Hickerson to first. Frank Bullock, the errant throw. Reeder with a great grab. Unfortunately, he would hurt his knee. Tagging the base, he's day-to-day. Bottom 7th, it's 3-all. Runner on 3rd, Mel Rojas. High and tight, and the squeeze play is on, and what a job Kurt Mehring does to get the ball down. Giants up 4-3. That is how it ends. About the game-winning play, Giants manager Dusty Baker said, quote, "I'm not a squeeze-type dude." Wonder how many squeeze plays Dusty was involved in as a player. Hickerson, 5-0 in 7 starts since being moved to the rotation.
Expos in San Diego, where that cameraman might want to lend that dollar to Tom Warner. Top of the 8th, even at 2. Marquise Grissom, the double in the gap, snapping an 0-for-16 slump. Delino DeShields comes in. Expos up 3-2. It was 4-2 Spos in the 9th when John Wetland hits Arky Cianfranco. Next batter, Wetland didn't forget. Billy Bean makes him pay. The 2-run shot deep. Over the wall, we're tied at 4. Top of the 10th, Moises Alou. Up. Off of Harris. Ricky Gutierrez has all sorts of trouble. That allows Marquise Grissom to score the game-winning run, and the Expos win it in 10. Expos manager Felipe Alou actually wanted Marquise Grissom to sit out this game and rest that sore knee. Grissom said he didn't want the day off. Alou said, and is glad that he didn't take his advice. For the Pods, Derek White hit his first Major League home run.
Rick Hill has been Ken Hill, 7-2 on the season. Top of the 4th in this one, Cordero to center. Scott Bullitt will come up throwing. Throws a bullet. Moises Alou trying to score, and he's nailed. Meantime, Jeff Ballard started for the injured Paul Wagner. He pitches and he receives. Rough night for Moises Alou. Bottom 9, bases are loaded, 2 outs, and Tim Scott's on the hill. Al Martin, maybe the fastest Pirate, a chopper. Will he beat the throw from Derek White? He does. Don Slott scores the winning run of the Pirates by 1, 3-2. In their last at-bats, the Bucks have come up with 13 victories. Martin, Slott, and King each with 2 hits for the Pirates.